Alright, how we doing today, everyone? And hello, Lucas. And, yeah, today's gonna be a little low-key today because we're gonna be doing some art today. And as I said on my social... Hello, Roasty, welcome. As I said on my socials, I realized I didn't have an official Halloween image this year, and you know what, we gotta fix that, like, ASAP. So, it's pretty bare, the sketch is pretty bare bones right now. I've been trying to get it finished, but like, I don't know, like, seasonal depression has been rearing its ugly head, and it's been draining my energy. Either that or I'm not getting enough some solar power. And hello, Smithykins. Welcome. Okay, so I'm just gonna be finishing this sketch as we go along. This stream was gonna start earlier, but I decided I don't think I have the energy to work on a 6-hour stream, considering I only got like 4, 5, or 6 hours of sleep last night. Doing what? I can't tell you. So, okay, I've got... Ooh! Nice! Speaking of references, I gotta pull up a few of my own, because I got a few more characters to add to this picture. But in the meantime, let's switch over to Arendale's silly, spooky Halloween jams. Because, why not? Alright. So first things first, we gotta finish this sketch. We'll lower that. Get over to the brush settings. Okay, that should... Okay. Okay, because the idea is Malo has brought a few friends. A few new friends, should we say. As for what they'll be dressed up as, I'll reveal once I've sketched everything. A guy on Twitter has been doing what he calls K-Rule to Bro, where he basically draws K-Rule. Oh, cool! Aww. I was gonna do an October drawing challenge, but I don't know, it just kind of left my mind. I just had other things to worry about. I could probably do something for like November. One idea I've had in mind is like making a calendar with a certain theme in mind, like a Minecraft calendar or maybe a Mallow specific calendar. I got an ad that said, "Have you eaten yet?" at the end of it. That sounds like a reminder to anyone who... Hello, Wonky. And yeah, sorry it didn't start as I said it would. Oh. It's goofy. It looks like it's a little goober. I had 2 hot dogs. Nice! Okay, before I erase... Okay. I don't know what it is about fall, man. Like, I love fall, but at the same time, it comes with seasonal depression. Like, ooh, I love fall, but I also have to live with low moods and such. You know what I mean? I'm tempted to like make a comic about that. Okay. So if we can get this image done today. Oh no, seasonal sickness, that sucks. Okay, there we go. I promise you these will look... Crash Bandicoot series has been confirmed to be in production? Really? You mean... series? You mean like a cartoon series? Because of... like, that's the case, that's pretty cool, honestly. Honestly, I think Crash Bandicoot would make an excellent TV series. Like they did have like a cartoon intro. They made, I mean, like the studio attempted like an animated cartoon intro, if that makes sense, but it didn't go anywhere. It had like this late 80s, 90s kind of vibe. Okay. Let's lower the smoothing down just a tad so we can sketch a little quicker. Alright. There we go. So you might remember that I've actually designed like little weapon children in Weapons World, right? So I had the idea that Malo kind of tells them about Halloween. And like in the Weapons World, there's like no such thing as holidays. The only thing that exists are like days off, like where you don't have to work. So Halloween is kind of new to these guys. So Malo explains what it is, and they're like, okay, we want in, because this sounds like fun. Maybe a little thinner. So right now, we got Macy, who's based off of Mace, and we got little Simon, and I'm also planning on adding Buck here, but I gotta make more room for him. And I'm planning on drawing him with some teepee. Because like the way I'd imagine the Weapons World kids would see this is like a chance to stay up late, eat candy, and wreck someone's health, and cover someone's house in toilet paper if they don't comply. You ever come up with a character design where you draw the first time and it was easy, but then you draw it the second time and suddenly it's not as easy? This Crash Bandicoot series is going to be produced by Wild Brain Studios, so I hope they actually cook well. Ooh, Sonic Prime? Then I've heard good things about Sonic Prime, so I think we're in good hands. I mean, what else have they produced? Also, as for what these guys are gonna be dressed up as, still on the fence about what to dress them up as. Yeah, little Simon. Like I said, Weapons World children. And I'm thinking of dressing him up like a bird. Maybe I should make them just a little bit smaller. Like, I want them taller than Malo, but I don't want them taller than Gino. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. The question is, what do I dress Macy as? Here? Oh yeah, hello Classic, welcome. Well, let's see. Okay, what can I dress her up as? Okay, I'll worry about Macy later. I'm gonna pull up Buck's references. Because I know what I'm gonna dress Buck as. Assuming... Let's have some TP. Okay. Yeah, I've really tried. I've been trying to draw. Like, I've tried drawing this month. It feels like I have to put in more effort than I usually do to just draw. It's like I have ideas, but like my brain is like, no, you're tired. Just stare at your phone for like 12 minutes. Okay. You know what? I'm starting to feel it now. I initially considered making an audio drama for Mario going into Big Boo's haunt, but I've had no luck and oh yeah. Well, I hope the job search is going okay for you. Let's see. What can I... Okay. Actually, I got an idea of what I can dress her up as. There we go. Have you guys been feeling those seasonal blues? Like you have ideas, but like every time you pick up a pencil, it just doesn't move. Your hand doesn't move. Okay, well, or maybe it's just me and I'm just a depressed twit. Okay. I have an idea of what to dress Mallow as. Oh boy. Here it is. Alright. Okay, let me see if I can... Alright. How are the music levels? Are you able... Okay. Alright. Like, I'm trying to enjoy myself while drawing. Which is not a good sign. But I have to get this done. Okay. I do remember someone on, like, Tumblr talking about, like, holiday burnout. Like how companies keep pushing seasons, like holidays, sooner and sooner. Like, Halloween stuff began showing up in September. Christmas stuff starts popping up as soon as like the last week in October. And it's like, it kind of kills the hype for the holidays. And they kind of have a point. Okay. It's like I get it. You need to prep. Early preparation isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, like you don't need 2 months in advance. One is enough. Okay. Yeah, it's a mad debt. It's always money. What else would it be? Let's see if I can. Like I said. Ooh, I wonder if I can. Alright. Okay, I think. Ooh. Okay. I'll have to make it smaller. Can you guess who Chino is? Alright. Well, close. Which version? Because there's like 12 of them at this point. Yeah, it's Glamrock Freddy. So can you guess who Gaz is gonna be then? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I figured why not. Now what is he? What does he look like? Okay. Nothing too. Goomzilla's Mario's Quest. Goomzilla's Mario Quest. I don't think I've heard of that. Is it like a parody video? Okay. Wait, I never noticed Gregory had a band-aid. That's And I think that's okay. Okay, and then oh, those plush channels. I tend to stay away from. I tend to steer clear of those just because bad experience. Okay, I think we got the sketch done. Let's actually start drawing this thing. It's too thick. Oh. Okay. Oh gosh. We've wasted a half hour of sketching. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm starting. That might. Yeah. Was a buzz, but the stream made me remember I sketched out pages for a comic I'm making about a fun and evil AU. Ooh! Nice. Can't wait to. I can't wait to see it. Oh. Alright, bring out the pen tool. There we go. I've actually started another Better Minecraft file because, I don't know, I got bored. And I've designed a permanent housing. And I got like a table set up on the main floor with like 6 little chairs. Suddenly villagers were coming in and they were sitting on the chairs and they can't get out, so now I got like 3, 4 guests in my house who can't leave. But on the... Nah, not starting over from scratch, just starting another file. Well, yeah, I did delete that one Twitch one. Ooh! But I am thinking about adding, like, more cooking add-ons, because, like, what we got with Better Minecraft now is good, but I want... But I also like cooking more, so... There we go. Actually... Are we... anyone else planning on dressing up for Halloween? And if so, what's your costume gonna be? I don't really have a name for the costume I'm wearing in real life, because, like, I'm dressed as a Miss Maggie as my PNG tuber is. But in real life, I kind of have, like, a hodgepodge of, like, costume items, like a spider cape, a blinged out skull cane, a fancy snake bracelet. I'm also planning on wearing, like, my Mob Museum pocket watch and a top hat, so maybe I can call it like a haunted club owner or something. I don't know. Gonna chill at home, be too tired after my... Yeah, I don't blame ya. Yeah, Halloween is on a Friday this year, so I had to ask for it off, like, a while in advance. Because the schedule is ready for the next 3 weeks. So I have to ask for it off, like, before that. But since it's a holiday, it shouldn't be too busy at night, so they shouldn't need me. I hope. But that's just me. I always tend to worry about the other coworkers, even if they don't worry about me. Like, I care about my coworkers more than I care about myself. And anytime I take work off, I always worry if they're doing okay without me. It's just not a strong holiday in Brazil. Yeah, that's understandable. But like, it's even getting weaker here. Wait, does... Oh, I never noticed. Glamrock Freddy had like weird wristbands. Or like armbands? Wristbands? I don't know. There we go. And there we go. The one thing I can't wait for is for all these stupid bugs to finally die for the winter. Like, just when I thought it's cold enough for bugs to not sneak into my house anymore and I can take down the scotch tape, it starts warming up again and the bugs become active again and I'm like, God damn it. That was me. That was me at like 3:20 a.m. last night. There we go. I'm talking like flies, little gnats, and more egregious are those like those fake ladybug beetles. Because not only can they squish themselves so they can sneak in through minor gaps between doors, but they bite. They can also bite you. In addition, when you squish them, they stink. So every near end of fall, I have to brace myself for bugs trying to swarm in. It is what it is. They're just trying to survive, but I'm also trying to... But I also want my peace and quiet, you know what I mean? Ooh, you got another sketchbook, nice. I don't know how full my sketchbook is at work. It might be nearing. There we go. Maybe they'd appreciate a mini model replica of your house? What? Oh, a what? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm still in the first sketchbook I got back in 2018. That's impressive. Ooh. I can't draw straight. Ooh, maybe not that far. There we go. Okay. And zoop. The bugs. Oh, I don't have a house. I live in an apartment. I'd have to ask the landlord. I think I have like a drawer full of old sketchbooks. Take one of mine. I have enough of them. I have enough of them as well. Ooh. I also hate dealing with some spiders. Especially the ones that crawl really fast. Those are the worst. Writing a script for a thing me and my friend of mine have been working 36 pages long right now. Woof. Considering like one script is like a minute, that's like a half-hour episode, isn't it? There we go. Ooh, that was a little crooked. Astigmatism, don't betray me. There we go. That should do it. I might have to up smoothing just a little more. And there we go. That doesn't look right. Okay. I'm doing it again. I'm forgetting how to blink. Okay. My goodness, this paper in the Halloween movie brands. Oh no. It's for a Paper Mario fan game thing, actually. I would love to share it here, but I also don't want. All right. You share it when it's ready. I think it's best to keep it a surprise. Oh yeah, Penalty Pawn. It's already 30 years old. Criminy. There we go. So any guesses on what Malo is specifically? Never played the OG, but I did play the Animal Crossing. It's like between Bible paper and oof, that's a You're in the right category, Smithy. I'll tell you that much. Ooh. Ooh, not quite. No. Later gen. Later gen. Bingo! Smithykin's got it. It's Pomo because it is electric fighting, and I think that suits Mallow perfectly. Also, because of the blah blah once leaked a lot of concept arts on our project on YouTube once. Oh yeah, so like Yeah, I understand the secrecy.
Help! Save me! Ah! 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 Save me!
Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can... There we go. Been thinking about 3 chefs. Ooh. But with the twist, ooh. Okay, let me see if I can get that right. There we go. Here we go. The twist there. Oh, ooh! That would actually be. That's actually pretty cool. That would actually be a pretty good show. Actually, I believe Pretty Cure actually did something similar to that, but I think but with them it was just like desserts and stuff. Ooh. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I have the idea, but a difficult part. Don't I know it? That I've been struggling with that for like weeks now, so I know the feeling. Okay. I think we all just need, like, a hefty dose of, like, vitamin D. Because the sun isn't... Because the sun's not covering it. It's far away. Maybe too much. There we go. Yeah, easier said than done. Trying to move along with any sort of idea is like trying to walk with cement shoes. Yeah. Sometimes what also helps is... Alright, plushie time. Random number 20. My favorite little shit. Alright. But that also brings up a good point regarding host swap. So host swap will end once Halloween comes to an end. But maybe I can bring it back for like holiday occasions. If people wanted to come back, that is. Yeah, yeah, for like October it made sense, like switching between different personas, like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, was kind of like perfect for the theming. But like we can't do it every day. Otherwise it wouldn't be as special. So like once October is over, it's just gonna switch back to regular power-ups. Ah, there she is. Our queen. Oh, Vivian, your theme gives me strength. There we go. Yeah, I heard. Congrats. I hope you had fun with it. And there we go. Well, that's good. So you guys know how I stutter when I try to talk in public. That kind of makes me nervous about the creepypasta reading on Thursday. Like, I'm excited, but also I'm afraid of, like, screwing up my words, because when I'm alone, I can read the story no problem. But as soon as, like, I have a crowd to read to, suddenly... Good question. Haunted Fortress, Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I'm chalking it up as to like social anxiety. Like, I think faster than I talk. To a point where my brain just deletes a sentence in my head as I'm saying it. Just like autocorrect. There we go. What time are we at? Oh, an hour. Oof. I'm hoping we can get to the second image. Once in a while, right, but like, you know how often I fumble my words. They get like stuck mid-sentence. So like I've been practicing reading and rereading that stupid story. But like I said, I'm really excited to like share with you guys, cause like I use Blood Whistle as like a prime example of how not to write a scary story. Most creepypastas are, but I think this is this one's a prime example of all the do's and don'ts. Mostly don'ts. Right. But let's save it for Thursday when we can properly tear it apart. Also, I will be having host swap enabled for that stream. I'm actually planning on having like special art just for a dramatic reading. Doop boop. There we go. And if we end up with a little more extra time, maybe we can also tackle Vigorite Shirts commercial here. Okay. Oop. Like another favorite bad creepypasta called Instant Death Disease. That one's another favorite. This is more dramatic than it has any right to be. Oh yeah, my first exposure to this kind of game was like through Pokemon. Well, I forgot what it was called though, but it was on the N64. It's just as silly as it sounds. Boop-a-doop. Pokemon Puzzle League, yeah, that one. Okay, anything I can add to this? Well, I know this and this. Okay. Let's see. Let's just have her mouth be closed like that. I also gotta figure out what to do for, like, next month. Yeah, I know. I kind of figured that out, along with the Yoshi one. So one kind of story I kind of want to explore is like Malo, like making a team of young weapons to fight off the bigger ones. Yeah, just like this little infant army, as it's called. Yeah, like obviously these two would be in it, but like I also thought of like Buck, and I did design like a son for the director, and like maybe he'd join because maybe this new threat has been working his father down to the bone, and he's like, we gotta do something about this. I'm actually planning on like having that be the theme for one of the playlists I have in mind. Basically called Theme for Your Little Band of Rapscallions on Their Big Adventure. Because, like, what I want to do with these playlists is kind of, like, link them together, like, kind of tell a story. This was during the time when... Yeah, I know. That's kind of what happened to Puyo Pop, too, like, at first. Because, like, they reskinned it to, like, Kirby Avalanche or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Because... they assumed that the cute characters weren't gonna sell well, so they replaced it with better known characters like Kirby or Sonic. And then come to PlayStation, they realized, why don't we just bring Puyo Pop Fever as is to America and see how that goes? And hey, what do you know? It actually did okay. At least that's what I think. At least that's what I think happened. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Like, can you imagine if they did that with other games, like with Danganronpa? Like, if Danganronpa came to, like, to the US earlier, they would replace it with, like, different well-known characters. Or probably not that example. There we go. That came out in 2017? That doesn't feel that long ago. Oh yeah, Doki Doki Panic. I keep forgetting about that. And there we go. Okay. Okay, that should do it for the colors. Let's see. Well, let's readjust my position first. Or my posture, I should say. I don't have my references. I deleted them off my computer. Just so I can make space. There we go. It's kind of like this color. Didn't really. I think what kind of helped Puyo is kind of like it had cute characters, but it also had some really weird ones. I don't know. And maybe the gameplay was just a little more fun. I don't know. I'm not a marketing agent. I wouldn't want to be, man. Although, maybe when we hit the next follower milestone, we can watch some Kirby commercials and have fun tearing those asunder. Cause like there's like a stark difference between the US Kirby and Japan Kirby marketing. Oh, some of those are my favorite. Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's have that be the next thing. Whoop, 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 whoop. Wait, not yet. So did you guys hear that MatPat is gonna be Toy Bonnie in the second FNAF movie? Which, I'm not sure how to feel about that one. Yeah, once Twitter heard about it, it was like there was no stopping the memes. Just like having Toy Bonnie over MatPat's usual game theory voice. But when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I can see why they chose this. Not just not just because he's a fan, but like his voice actually works with Toy Bonnie. Honestly, I'll take it over the one we got in Custom Night. Yeah, good for him. I love it when nice YouTubers make it to a movie about a franchise they're passionate about. Oh yeah, special delivery. That was the one I meant, and that was annoying. So, like when they referenced Technoblade in the Minecraft movie, and they addressed it as like, is that a king? No, that's a legend. And that's like really sweet. Like, they didn't have to, but they did anyway, and I appreciate it. It's those little things are the things I enjoy the most. You didn't have to do that, but you did anyway, and I'm really glad you did. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. I can't wait to get my rear end handed to me because Air Riders is gonna be the first time I played Air Ride as a whole. The reason being is that my exposure to games, the games I got, were dependent on my brother. He was the one with the money, he was the one who got the games. So my exposure to video games was tied to his video game library and whatever games he had. Because I was like the little sister that followed along. One particular video game memory I have with my brother is like when me, him, and his friend, we were playing Super Mario 3D World, and we were attempting the final challenge. I don't know how many continues we lost, but at one point we had to step away from the game because we were just so frustrated. Like, ugh! God damn it! But then we got back, and a couple tries later, we were like, thank God. Cause like that final gauntlet is no joke. Like you have to be, you need the precision of like thinning a thread through the eye of a needle while you're on horseback. Which is something most children don't have. Or at least teenagers. Couldn't even get to the final. Oh, the boss gauntlet. That's another one. Like, not only is it a gauntlet, it has a time limit. Yeah, like I said, I never got the chance. I wish I did, because it looks like a lot of fun. Oh dear. I thought it was gonna be like another Mario game I could easily get the hang of, but then I learned that the controls are different. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm gonna struggle. But I'll try anyway. Cause my man Megalor's in there. I can't disappoint him. My boy Megalor is worth the price of admission alone. And I want to find out more about that story. Because, my god, the implications it has on the Kirby lore. Like, Kirby lore in itself is already pretty fascinating. Then you're throwing this, and then the ending is like... there was no doubt in my mind that Marx was gonna be in there, like if they're gonna include Megalor, they'll have to include Marx. It's like a package deal. Now here's the question: was that 02 real, or was that like a simulation of sorts? Who's to say? But, like, either way, it's cool that they're referencing that guy again. Because that is one of the coolest boss designs in early Kirby. Because when he enters, you see, like, a smiling angel, but then the eye opens up, and it's a red eye. And it's staring right at you. That's peak. Now we're seeing what squares forming up some... Yeah. Like it's almost like it's a computer simulation of 02. Yeah, I wouldn't call it Back from the Dead. I think I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that 02 is just gonna be like a computer simulation. But that's just my guess. I could be completely wrong. And then when when the game comes out and proves me wrong, we can all come back to this mod and we can point and laugh how wrong I was. I wonder, should I put Freddy's makeup on Gino? Should I attempt that? Just Gino with the glam rock makeup, my lord. Okay, I'll give it a try. But, oh wait a minute, I just noticed that Glamrock Freddy had an earring. I didn't notice that. Okay, let's... Yeah, Galactic Nova, like, I think the internet exploded when he showed up. It's like, what does this mean? Give us the answers, but we're not gonna get answers. Not yet, at least. And it's gonna be a long, painful wait until we do. But anyway, okay, how can I... Let me see. Because the thing with Glamrock Freddy's makeup is that it kind of stops at the muzzle, something Gino doesn't have. Ooh, what's this? Behold, a new chef to... Oh! Oh, he kind of looks like that... He kind of looks like that guy from Pokemon Black and White. What's his name? Ooh. That looks... Now that looks like a jelly treat. It looks edible, but you probably shouldn't eat it. But he looks like that one guy from Pokemon Black and White. I don't remember his name. Freddy, I love you, but what it... Who designed these? Who designed this makeup? Yeah, I think that's what I was referring to? Okay, or maybe not. Okay. I would make a yeah. Well, that doesn't mean you can put your own spin to it. Like Gino... Cylin, yeah. Yes, that guy. Cylin. That guy, yeah. Like, the concept, Gino's already been done, but that doesn't mean we can have our own spin on it. Oh my goodness. This... Oop, wrong key. Command. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Alright. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let me see if I can get that. Ooh. That'll have to do. Okay. We'll use that red for his... I may have... Whoops! Okay. Yeah... Maybe she'll be... Maybe like... Maybe like Kua and... Maybe she'll be in the background somewhere. Like, they showed Ku off at one of the ruins, so... You could say the same thing about Kirby. He's like a baby, and yet he's already driving a pop star like a frickin' champ. Okay, that kind of orange can work. Oh, wait a minute. There's that wait a minute. When the wait a minute comes up. There we go. Yeah. No. Well, you heard what Sakurai said. There's not gonna be any DLC. The game we get is gonna be the game we get. So as like a secret character, like unlocking it like how you unlock characters in like Mario Kart World, where you just find them in hub areas and just like run into them and such. Or like maybe part of the checklist where you do certain tasks. Yeah, like but like if that's the case, and if this is the roster we get, then I'm happy with it. Cheeto looks so weird with glam rock makeup. I'm sorry, he just doesn't have the chops for it. Although I can definitely see Gino calling Gaz a superstar. Alright. Okay. Remember to blink. How are we? Hour and a half. Maybe I can make... Yeah, let's make Gino's shoes the same color black, just so it can... just so it fits the rest of his costume. Remind me to make a remember to blink channel reward. Okay. Oh yeah, Megman, he appears too. Also the little paintbrush from Kirby Rainbow something Rainbow appears too. And the virus from Superstar Ultra appears as well. Rainbow Curse, that's what it was. And the computer virus from Kirby Superstar. Like, Sakurai's just pulling all the stops with this one, and you know what? He deserves to. It's his game. Let him let him make the best damn game there ever was. Okay. And enlarge. Ooh, that doesn't look right. The ever problematic, did I make this eye too big as opposed to the other? Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Elfalin was cheering in the background. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Oop, wait a minute. I can close down this window. I mean, kind of. He already knows how to fly. He can fly without one. Then again, I can say the same for the other riders too. Like, Magalor doesn't need one either. He can fly. But Taranza can fly too. Marks can fly, but they're all riding with an air ride anyway. For funsies. Susie's understandable because she uses machines to fly. Oh my god, Malo. Oh boy, what is this? Everyone's angry except Cillian. He's just like, whatever. No F's given, just indifference. Oopsies. There we go. Malo looks like he's wearing like a onesie. Yeah, I saw that too. But like, I can understand that. It's kind of like a little side thing, like nothing major. Just something that happens on the road. Ooh, that yellow looks a little too close. Let's here. There's no thoughts in his head. Yeah, you're right. Why? Where's his eye whites, whatever they're called? Oh, I should. Let's see. Will they appear here? There we go. Oh. Oh, sweetie. Okay, save. And purge histories, all of it. There we go. And for some reason, green ears. Then again, that makes sense, because the ears are probably the most prominent feature of a Pawmot, I think it's how it's pronounced. Oops, nope, wrong color. Okay. Chat, remember to blink. Alright, I forgot the color. I'll come back to that.
Help! Save me! Save me!
I saved the thing. How do you forget to blink? Well, here's the thing when you... You ever focus on a screen for so long? Like, whether you're drawing or, like, playing a video game that, like, demands your full attention, and you just stare at it and stare at it, you sometimes forget you need to blink. Flow state, yeah. When you're in the zone, you're focused, you're hyper-focused. To a point where sometimes nothing else matters, not even like what's happening around you, or even like things like sitting right, or your wrist cramping, or even blinking. You're that focused on a task at hand. In my case, it's completing a picture. There we go. Maybe a little brighter. Okay. Like, when you see video gamers, you'll often see them with, like, red eyes. That's kind of partially why. They've been staring at a screen for so long. Was that the end? Oh, that was the end. Let's see. What would be a good one? Ooh, video game music for exploring a dungeon containing an ancient evil. We can do that one. That's Halloween-y enough. Let's just add some drippy drips here. How are we? 1 hour and a half. Okay. Second of the 3 triplets is done. Nice. Okay, now I can shut that down. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'd say 20. Oof. Oof. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Ooh, something don't look right. Nope, nope. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's the case. I like Mario Kart, but I'm excited for Air Ride more. I think I think it's because Sakurai knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing with Smash Bros. He knows what he's doing with his baby. I think that's another thing. Kirby Air Ride was like one of his pride and joy, maybe, but like he knows what he's doing. That's the best way I can describe it. He knows what the fans want, and he knows what it takes to make a great game. If that makes sense. Alright. I just realized I forgot one of her pigtails. Now all we need to do is get a sequel for Diddy Kong Racing. And then I think that's all the memorable racing games covered for remakes. You know, something that's always... I've thought about it recently, like, was Diddy Kong Racing meant... Was it always meant to be like a Diddy Kong game? Because, like, with the characters presented, like, you only recognize, like, 3 of them, that being, like, Diddy Kong, Banjo, and, like, Conker. But the other ones were just, like, made specifically for this game. I've been thinking about that lately, and... like, I have this question. Was Diddy Kong Racing always gonna be about Diddy Kong, or was it gonna be someone else entirely? And then they decided to just switch it over to Diddy Kong because he was a little more marketable at the time. And then just throw in Banjo and Conker because this is a rare game, and hey, everybody recognized them. I don't know. I could be just spitballing here. It was originally gonna star Timber the Tiger. I thought so. You can tell when... You can kind of tell when a game had like a very... Sometimes you can tell when a game had like an entirely different idea in mind. But yeah, that's a... Huh. Wait, it came out before Banjo? Huh. Okay, now I'm just confused. So... And I do know that Banjo and Kazooie was gonna be like a different game entirely as well. Like based on Project Dreams or something? I don't know. But like they decided to make Banjo the main character because he had like a lot of appeal. Oh, so... Okay, so they were meant to add it to as a promotion. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because the entirety... because Diddy Kong Racing didn't really feel like a Donkey Kong game. Like, even if it's racing. Like, I meant... the levels and the characters don't feel like Donkey Kong characters. They feel like characters meant for a completely different game. It is interesting how you get like an idea. It's just interesting to think about how it starts off as one thing, but then it turns into a completely different thing. Like a game that was supposed to be like about dreams turned into Banjo and Kazooie. Or like Kirby's Epic Yarn, it was originally gonna star Prince Fluff, but then they're like, oh, he looks like Kirby, might as well make it a Kirby game. Well, those weren't the shoes I was, still looks pretty good. And we'll just shade that. There we go. Pipsy was originally a character from a canceled Rareware game known as Astromel. Oh, okay. So it feels like most of those characters were either gonna be like in their own game, but some either made it or they didn't. And we know the ones that actually did make it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh. That does not look like Pipsy, I'm sorry. Also, it doesn't look appealing, I'm sorry. It looks like PlayStation shovelware, I'm sorry. There we go. That being said, though, I do hope they remake Diddy Kong Racing. Or at least reuse the concept of it, because I think with how many Donkey Kong characters we have now, you could probably still make a Donkey Kong Racing game. I know that there have been attempts. I know like there was a scrapped DK Racing game where you would just switch what kind of animals you would use as like mounts. But I don't think that went anywhere. Let's see. What were his... Oh, I messed up. Ooh, can I... They did remake Diddy Kong Racing for the DS. Yeah. Well, a racing game on the DS... Well, for one thing, they had to remove, like, Banjo and Conquer because of copyright shit. But in addition, Nintendo games scaled down on a console like the 3DS usually doesn't work. Like, I played Mario 64 3DS, and I will admit there were a few struggles playing a 3D platformer on... I think it's because he wasn't like a main... I think it's because Tip Top wasn't like a main character. He was just like just like a side character, like nothing that would really affect the story. He was just a little. It might have been just the equivalent of like a fun Easter egg. Ooh, can I squeak it in here? Nah. No! They're... Okay. What was I gonna say? Bumper was a... Hang on, who was Bumper? Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, who? Wait a minute, that guy? He was arrested? What? That's... the bad... What? Wait a minute. What did he do? What did he do to get arrested? Was it like a hit? Was he part of like a hit and run? Did he get a DUI? That's just out of nowhere. I'm sorry. Like, what else did they reveal? Oh, the fingers. I'm sorry. That's just freaking funny. I'm sorry. Like, how do you even follow up with a question like that? Actually, what was even the question? What was even the question that prompted that answer? Wizpig was found dead after a night of drinking, or I don't know. That's just so. My God. He is described across multiple material at Diddy Kong Racing as the lover of speed, thrills, and races. A promotional email by Rare in 2004 to promote the release of Conquer Live and Reloaded implied that one of the racers from Diddy Kong Racing has been jailed. An instance of a Rare website 2012 confirmed that the imprisoned individual in question has been Bumper the Badger. Oh, so Conquer Live and Reloaded. I should have known. Of course, Conquer would take something like that and kind of ruin it. Wizpig and Taj were arrested for wizarding under the influence. Oh man, have you guys seen those Wizard Wars shorts? Where it's just these shorts on YouTube about wizards just casting like stupid spells on each other. Like, I cast floating ears. I cast still living with your mother. I cast instant Brazilian wax. Like those kind of things. That's like one of my favorite YouTube channels. Just for how silly the spells can get. Like, I want to do a parody of that, but with like Mario characters instead. Like with Wendy Okupa and XM Pink, like Wendy cast low phone battery. Well, I cast awkward love confession. Cause like there's plenty of magicians in the Mario universe. The continuing quote from a tweet was made by 2021 in response to a joke made by Super Mario Wiki account Twitter at Bumper was put on parole, and said that he was superficially apologetic for his action. Superficially, so he didn't really mean it. The lore thickens. I wasn't expecting that in Diddy Kong Racing of all things. After one of these after I'm done with art, maybe I can show you one of those wizard clips I talked about. Alright. just one clip. I don't want to push my luck. For Crunch, he was not originally a Kremling. He was designed to be a crocodile who would fulfill the role of bad guy playable character. Ah, okay. Speaking of art, I made a really quick. Ooh, okay. Would you like to share? In the meantime, plushie number 23. We have a Vindicator. Well, said Polaris better be careful. She's. Ooh, okay. Polaris better be careful. Those things can knock you down to 1 heart if you're not wearing armor, which she isn't. Like, seriously, if you've ever been to like a woodland mansion, you have to be careful, cause like, not only do they do serious damage, they can run just as fast as you can. Ooh. The idea is Smithy's spirit possessing Gino's doll body after he left and has been biting his tongue. Oh, dude. That is evil. That is me. That's mean. I love it. Okay, let's add some room here. Okay. Where should these guys? Okay, if I can finish this in under 2 hours, we could. Gino possessed the doll to try and push Smithy out, but because he's been gone for a long time, he can't completely. Oh, that is cruel. That's mean. It really felt like a rare crossover we may never get again. Yeah. Unless Microsoft ever decides to, do something with it, with this IP, but we know how that goes. Okay. They be on a sidewalk. Walking on their sides. But then again, I did have an idea for like a Mario RPG horror maker game where Mario and his crew are stuck in the factory and it's on lockdown, but they don't know who. But no one's sure who initiated the lockdown. And because of it, they're stuck. They're stuck in there with no way out. So Mario and crew have to like find a way out. All the while they're terrorized by an electronic ghost that can kind of like possess any machine that plugs into electrical outlets. It's fun to think about and have been taking talk. Ooh, yeah. I've had this idea of like a machine. Gino, yeah, like that's kind of what I was going for. Like if Gino's gonna dress up as something, Gaz needs to pair up with it because that's just how I roll. So anyway, I've had this idea of like a machine that can turn living organisms into like weapons through a very painful, gruesome process. Essentially called the Metal Maker. And Smithy had used this device once on someone important. And the idea was it was supposed to erase their memory, but after like an electrical storm, they got their memories back and they began to run. And they gradually lost their minds. Smithy shut them down, but it didn't necessarily kill them. They just lay dormant there for a while. So this ghost haunting a broken machine starts haunting the factory, searching for a new body to... Nah, just searching for a new body. There we go. Maybe we can add some patches of grass here. Maybe some here. But like, I wouldn't put it past Smithy to pull something like that. Like, especially if it was one of his enemies. He would absolutely do that. There we go. Lord Botnet, definitely. If not for research purposes. Let's see if I can make a nice fancy lamp. And one of the endings would be like the ghost gaining control of Princess Peach while she's stuck in like a simulation. A computer simulation. And then she like tricks the others into like a trash compactor, and that would be like the bad ending. The good ending would be convincing the ghost not to do this. No, that should be fine. Let's have it be up indigo. Yeah. Or we can have it There we go. Okay, I have an idea. Bear with me. I found noteworthy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually remember. I actually remember watching that. I have to say that is great animation. That is quality good old-fashioned quality animation. I love it. Why didn't we get anything like that? Oop, oop. Also, that probably would have made like a good anime if I do say so myself. If I must say, because I think the ensemble cast would make like I think the ensemble cast would be great. Pokemon Rebirth is giving me ideas for AU. Ooh. A lot these Japanese commercials, they show like incredible promise. It's animated well. I can't imagine how long it must have taken them to animate it. There we go. Ooh, probably too big. Literally the manga, but with various Mario OCs and more Pokemon. Ooh. Conquer is in the game, and neither Conquer Pocket Tails and bad for yeah. God, imagine what the marketing must have been like for Conquer's Bad Fur Day in Japan. This cute, cuddly creature drinking beer, dropping swears and such. And all the guts and gore. Thank you. I forgot about that one.
Anyone for a gelato smoothie?
Okay. One at a time. Okay, first.
We have a picture of health.
Okay. A drink, then a stretch. Ooh. And then. Okay, and then. Let's see, where is that wheel? Okay, spin that wheel, sucker. Wait a minute. What? Guys. I didn't put that there. This wasn't... Guys? Hello?
There is nothing wrong with your media player. Do not attempt to refresh your page. This is a public service announcement from Central Factory. Rewards for the capture of life forms 01 through 5 have been increased to 20,000 bobs per life form captured. In addition, Those who apprehend them will be promoted from demoted to retired, with all the benefits that come with it. Keep in mind, failure to report these life forms will be severely punished. That will be all.
Guys, are you there? What happened? We cut out. I don't know what happened. Like, did... Oh, jeez. The room blacked out. I don't know. Oh, shit. What do you mean, Lord? What do you mean? That can't be right. What? You're joking, right? That's... Oh, jeez. Anyway, did you say... let's spin that wheel for real this time. Okay. Okay, what does the wheel say? Onyx. What the fuck just happened? Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah, artist, we had a little blackout, but don't worry about it. Everything's fine. We got under control. So there's no need to panic.
We got under control, okay? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Okay, that should be good. All right. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. We'll have 2 spotlights here. There we go. Well, like, just out of curiosity, did we... Nothing happened here, right? Wait. This had a manga? Really? I gotta see this. I gotta find out. Oh man. Diddy's face. Oh man. Okay. We'll just dampen that a little here and there. There we go. And then yeah, but I think we should make that darker. Oh, right. we were also... Oops. Wrong brush. Wrong brush. Okay, there we go, and there we go. And let's blur it a little. Yeah. Oh, no way! That's... Dude, that's so cool! Someone actually found us? Oh man, that's awesome. I love it. I wonder... Let's give these a little... wait. Yeah, there we go. What else can we add? I know there's some we can else. Fireflies, how about that? Yeah, why not? Let's add some fireflies. Yeah, get in there. What else? I know we can... Fog. Let's add some fog. Go. Sun says Halloween like fog. Alright. And then... Okay. I'm gonna save and then... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, then we'll duplicate that, but move it down. Yeah, and then we can just be lazy and flip it horizontal. Maybe move it up just a tad. Oop, not that far. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, oh, this is coming together. But I think the light should be a little more gone. Okay. We're getting there. Oop, nope. Then... good. Okay, select inverse, and then... quick shading. The colors feel a little discombobulated, if that makes sense. Let's add a color film. Yeah, there we go. Now it has that Halloween in it. Okay, but this needs some text. Let's break out the... Yeah, Mallow seems like a Comic Sans kind of guy. They never had a... Well, that's... Gotta give this a little more breathing room. Join us. But yeah, that's true. Weapons World kids never had a Halloween. It is kind of sad. But expected, because you know how Smithy is. Holidays would just reduce productivity or whatnot. That would have... Yeah, of course they do. Whoop, I just realized. Hey, boo. Sorry. Whoop, da, 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 da. I can type. I gotta figure out how to arrange all this. There we... Yeah, I think that's how you spell stereotypes. Just in case, let's check spelling. Oh, nope. Actually, before I add the speech book. Hey. Oop. You saw nothing. Okay. Wait. Okay, I think... Ooh, that's a little too thick. A little... okay, there we go. Oop, nope, no. They're kind of overlapping each other, but it is what it is. No, thank you. That's no. I didn't mean to. Fun fact about scythes, they were never originally intended to be weapons. They were actually gardening tools. They gained their weapon status thanks to being affiliated with the Grim Reaper. Which I think that's what his mom was talking about. I don't know. I'm not his mom. Okay. Can we add a drop shadow? Since this is a comic, we're not going to be doing the whole Gaussian blur trick. We'll just be treating this as a comic panel. So in that case, we're gonna need a different pattern. Not bad. That'll do. There we go. That should work. Okay. Set to multiply. Not bad, but... that's better. Okay, then... do that, and invert it, and then we switch it over to screen. Now we got the highlights and the shadows of the paper. It looks like it's actually printed on it. All right. Then we'll add the shadows to make it seem like it's been scanned. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I think we got it. All right. We'll just export that, and we are 220. I think we can move on to the next image. So the artist mentioned things about playlist, right? So she actually has another playlist in mind called the Music Box playlist, which we will start. The only problem is that it's not as long as the others. But we'll get it started right now. All right. Ah, okay. What was that for a mood whiplash? We were on haunting music for evil. No, we just got a music box playing. Oh, whimsy. The only difference is we actually have somewhat of a sketch completed. And according to the artist, this is going to be a follow-up to the last playlist we published, that being the abandoned lab playlist. All right. Well, like I said, this playlist isn't as long, because finding video game music that sounds like it came from a music box turns out to be harder than we originally anticipated. Actually, before we gotta get rid of these. I mean, I get what they're there for, but they just wind up causing me trouble. I didn't say that. As long as it sounds like it came from a music box. And I think it depends on what you think unnerving is. Yeah. And we are planning on having this little dude here spin. Because, yeah, this track definitely from a horror game. Okay, not bad. Oh. One of these days, we'll draw a perfect circle. Okay. But hey, if you guys have any suggestions for this playlist, feel free to comment. But remember, it has to sound like you can play it on the music box. There we go. Okay. Maybe we can. Can we? Okay, not bad. Okay. Oh man. Why do some of the most relaxing songs also make you kind of melancholy? Okay. Ooh, sure. Like I said, always open for suggestions, because we were having trouble with this one. Alright, there we go. Perspective is something we've always struggled with. Okay, I think we're good with this one. Let's begin work on the music box. Ooh, you got him done? Ooh, okay. Plushie. Number 43, that would be... Ooh, hello Ninji. We'll have him in the corner on patrol. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, the Yoshi's Island music box? Oh, we already got that one. Aw, cute. Now I kind of want, like, gummy worms. Where were we? Okay. Red Chandelure, and the blue one is based on a where Kokako mushroom. It never amazes me how many different varieties of mushrooms there are. Let's see if I can... not right. That'll do. Let's hear this. Ooh! That's a good one. Super Mario Advance 3. Never heard of this one. But we will definitely save it. Lots of mushrooms, lots of toads. Okay. Another thing. Boxes. Alright, come on. How are we on time? 2.5 hours? Not bad. Okay. I made sure the mushrooms and eyes were sparkly to symbolize they have powers. Ooh, what kind? Let's make this. Okay. That could work. Yeah. You know, we couldn't forget that. Ooh. 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 Yes. Yes. I didn't know that was there. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I need a music box of that, like right now. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, tablet. Let's cooperate. Now that I look at this does seem off center. Oh! Well, Piranha Plant's Lullaby, we got that one. Okay. Ooh, that is not, no. Okay. Uh, no more. Whoop, 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 whoop. We were on the right track, but first we gotta give it too much, too much. And okay. Well, I was aware Piranha Plant's Lullaby was in Pikmin 3. Or Pikmin 4. Or... Ooh. Ooh, we got it. Yeah. We'll have to shuffle these around, though. But yeah, we're adding that. Thank you, Nullaboo. Okay. Like right here, and maybe right here. Okay. Ooh. That'll do. Okay. They're pretty cool. Ooh, Kirby. Oh, yes, yes. We'll add that one. Okay. We'll let that one play. Hmm. Let's see. I think we got. We'll add the little dude later. Let's see. Ooh, I don't feel confident. Ooh, come on. Okay. Agatha's Castle, we'll listen to that one next. There we go. When was when was Star Allies released again? Because it's another thing. Because it's another where it doesn't feel that long ago. And, oh, 2018. That's like 7. Okay, I had that minute where I didn't know what I was doing with my arms. Okay. Not anymore though. Hmm. Try expanding one more time. I wonder. Let's give this a cute design. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, it's slowing down. Okay, let's listen to Agatha's Castle. Hmm. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you. Okay. Let's begin coloring. Okay. Now here's a question. Do they sell Music Box at Nintendo World? And if not, they should. Heck, there's a lot of things they can sell in Nintendo World. I don't know how wise of a business decision that would be, but like, business opportunity, I don't know. Oh, that one. Okay, we'll listen to that one next. They did. You and me both. Heck, with those Pikmin music boxes, I guarantee those would sell like hotcakes. Ah, the sad. Oh, cry, everyone, cry, damn it! The cry, damn it, cry theme. And it's working. See, like I said, it doesn't always have to be happy. It can be sad. It can be scary. That's what makes a music box special. Okay, then double shade. Like any instrument, it can. I believe in order for an instrument to be good, it should be able to express any kind of feeling, like sadness, joy, that kind of stuff. Okay. Like, if it can only express one emotion, then something might not be right. I think... Do we have that one? It counts. Yeah, we have... I think we have that one. Nope, we have that one already. Do you think we'll get in trouble for this one? Oh, not the sad one. This is actually a real song called the Toreador March, for those who aren't aware. Well, hey, it kind of fits. Thanks, Freddy. I'm not scared of the dark anymore. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Unnerving ones. Ooh. What's this? Ooh. Mm. I'll... Mm. I'll think about it. We'll think about it. All right. Oh, the sad one. Yeah, we're adding that one. And we're gonna make you cry. Okay, and classics, which one is this one? Oh, yeah, we already got that one. That one's a classic. What kind of color would the cloud be? There we go. Like, even on the Super Nintendo, they were able to replicate the sound of those little gears turning in a music box. Oh, shoot. They were on the wrong layer. That, that, that's okay. We can fix this. Right? Uh... I know, it's... on a Super Nintendo, no less. They did great with the limitations they had. There we go. Crisis averted. Alright. Okay, we're fine, just... the music box from... Ooh! Just had to restart it. A little crooked, but let's see if we can... Okay. 5 music boxes unite. Oh, dude! That kind of hurts my ears, but you know what? I think it counts. We will have to extend it by like 3 times? Yeah, 3 times. It's like, it was only 20 seconds long. Ooh. Okay. Earthbound. Okay. The 8 melodies. Yeah, yeah. Whoop, whoop, come on. Okay. I'm aware I have the one. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, the N for Super Mario RPG? Yeah, we already got that one. Of course we wouldn't forget that one. Ow! Okay. Did it again, but that's okay. Paper Mario 64? I don't think so. Nice. Okay. I'm wondering if this... Yeah. Yeah, okay. That looks pretty good. Select inverse. That was my phone. Okay. Okay. What was this one? Oh, that was just a extended version. Okay. How are we on? Nearly 3 hours. Very good. Very good. All right. Maybe a little. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Oh, panel dip on. Okay. We'll listen to that once Hagstrom is finished. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Hagstrom. Okay. Okay. Panel dip on. Ooh. Oh, wait, this is a game over? What's so sad? One of these days we'll figure out. Forgot what I was gonna say. Alright. Maybe a little darker. There we go. Okay, that's been added. Paper Mario. Oh, yes, we are definitely adding this one. Oh, man. reminds me of home, man. I haven't been up there in like 4 centuries. I haven't gotten the chance to visit. Just like earthly duties and whatnot. How much has Star Road changed? I don't know. I haven't been up there since the last 400 years. Yeah, I saw that image. You know, before Smithy took over everything, there was actually this queen. Her name was Silvera, and she was nice. I think she was the only person who got me, you know? She knew she knew that I didn't like big crowds, and she knew that I had strange eating habits, but she didn't tell me to change. I'm I'm still dealing with the fact that she's gone. Uh anyway. No! No 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 no. The image along my fight or flight. Okay, but yeah. That's a good one actually. We'll save it. But I'm not looking at that image again. Okay. The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Ooh. Yeah, she was. I saw a vision of Smithy. I saw Smith. Blech! I saw his invasion 6 months beforehand. I told her. At least she took it seriously. Even if at that point, it was gonna be impossible to change. Like, no matter how hard we tried, we couldn't change fate. She went down fighting. And you know what? To this day, I still wonder if there was more I could do. Ivory told me to move on, but like, I can't. I can't move on like he can. Like that's easy for him to say when he never connects with people. Like, I get it. We live way longer than flightworms generally do. And of course we're gonna see them pass on, and it's really sad. I get that. But like, does that mean we have to close ourselves off? I mean, come on! No, I can't. I'm having a hard time accepting it. I got a little emotional there, I'm sorry. So, did I add this one? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Sierra would have definitely been sad about it. I don't know. I've been told that we process grief differently. Okay. Yeah, that looks relatively even. But yeah, there's more lore dump of Weapons World if you ever wanted some. Sure. Guys, I just want to show you, but not here, because you know, it's about VR chat create. Oh boy. What do you mean? What happened? Or I'll just Google it. Oh boy, what happened? Oh no. Of course there's controversy. Why wouldn't there be? Okay, classics. Uh, that's good, but not A. Oh, A. So, yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised. Of course there's gonna be something on VR chat. Yeah, we'll save this one. That's a classic. Oops. Song of Salvation. Ooh. It's a little quiet. But yeah, that's a definite save. When I get good at games, I might. Or I should say, when the artist does. Okay. Let's see, I gotta find a reference in it. Yeah, I know. We, we know. We have that reference to her interior somewhere. Okay. A fan of the pun. Let's see. Where are you? Wheel. Take the wheel. All right, you guys asked for it.
Hello? Hello? Okay. So is that noodle guy still here? Oh. He's been gone for like an hour. Okay, nope. What was I worried about then? Okay, what were we working at? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah! How lucky you guys drew me. Or the numbers favored you. Although... You... Stay away. Yeah, Mr. Shudden, tell me all about you, Mr. Vindicator. Mr. Vindicator should be afraid of me. It was the artist, wasn't it? And I just realized that part's not colored. We can fix that. Alright. I wonder... Ooh. From Silk Song? Oop. Ooh. We'll put that into consideration. Also a little quiet. We'll have to up the volume. Let's see. Trying our best to do some perspective magic here. I don't know if I like that or not. We'll cover it up with the rug. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, we don't want to add shading. Not yet, at least. Undertale. I'm not sure about that one. I don't know if copyright will let us get away with it. I know Undertale's been kind of weird when it comes to that. Yeah, we've been kind of making it a point to avoid Undertale tunes. Like, don't get us wrong. They're lovely. But the whole copyright situation kinda makes this a tricky track. I wonder if we can... Yeah. Hi, Gasiva. Welcome. We are working on a playlist image for music boxes. Another panel de pon, not bad. Well, put it into consideration. There we go, and set that to multiply. Okay, and we need to fix this before we inevitably forget. There we go. Oop. We'll keep this running just for a little bit. I'm sure we can add more to this rug. If this, well, there we go. There we go. It's good that y'all are setting up playlist thumbnails. I just did the silly thing with my playlist. Well, the artist wants to do something different with hers. She wants them to, like, not only move, but kind of connect it into a story, if that makes sense. Because she wants to put her own spin on things. Ooh, what you got? Ooh, okay. Like with the last one she uploaded, the Abandoned Slab one. We'll put this one into consideration. AK Lullaby. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. What kind of walls? Okay. What kind of walls? What did Onyx say? all these weirdos live. Okay, let's see. Oop, another Animal Crossing one. Ooh, they look cupcakes. That's a weird title, but you know what? This is also another good one. Definite save. Hmm. I'm wondering, should... I'm thinking like just her shadow could just appear here, and you could just turn that way. Eventually. When the playlist reaches the inevitable end. Wait. Okay, there we go. Good. We're getting stuff done. Right? Too wide. Too thin. Okay, that's pretty good. Because we also need a little room for the title. Oh, I should not have thrown away that sketch. That's okay. That's okay. I don't know if we'll have enough time to animate him, though. But we can animate... We can animate the little ballerina. For now, we'll just give this little guy a drop shadow. Maybe that was a little too far. Okay. We'll get that one as... Okay, that'll do. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to... We're gonna have to draw it again. Whoa! What was that? That was weird. I think we're fine. There we go. Wait. Oh, right. I'm wondering, maybe we can make this a teeny weeny bit bigger. Yeah, like that. Okay, now comes the plushie, I should say. Random number generator says 30. Oh, it's her again. She can sit next to him. Oops. Okay. Now we gotta animate this thing. I'd like to see her try. Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't live in the weapons world. What to do? Okay. Okay, let's see. We animated one dude spinning. We can do it again. That's how it works, right? Ooh, Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, which one? Oh, we already got that one, actually. We're way ahead of you. I know. I don't like the guy, but like... Why does this song make me teary-eyed? Yeah, I guess. How dare this song making me feel. Oh, there's that song. As I... Did I... No? If you're talking about If you're talking about Mr. Video Game Man Onyx... No. That was from his dimension. So, no, I didn't know any queen. Here's the thing. Most of us here in the Mushroom Kingdom Star Road, we don't know what the heck happened in the weapons world. All I know is that some star spirits were sent there, and suddenly we never heard from them again. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know. We're almost looking like it, right? Okay. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I better turn down that. Okay. Let the bear sleep. He worked hard to save his sister from Grunty. But then he gotta wake up for his poker game. And eventually see his friend die in front of him. That's how Banjo-Tooie starts, right? Oh boy. How do animators do this? I'm starting to have a little more respect for those original Disney movies. No, not this one. No. Stupid Luma, how dare you? How dare you make me feel? Oh God, you're right. There's a possibility of that showing up in the movie. If this movie makes me cry, I swear. I'm not a star doll who cries. Crying is for babies. I am not an infant. That's gonna be the salt for the popcorn. Ugh. Darn you, Mario Galaxy. Bet you can't guess where this is from. I believe I've seen you cry before. Which one? You mean the artist? Because we've seen her cry a lot. I think. Yeah, I think that can close the loop. All right. First things being. Yes. Oh my God. We never saved this one. Okay, that's fixed. Okay.
Help! Save me! Save me!
It's fine. It's fine. We did. It's situated. Oh, this is a little more adventure-y than we thought. This one actually came from a game called Dreaming Mary. Ooh, I bet you can't guess where this one came from. Okay, 5, 20. That's pretty silly looking. Okay. At least the design is really simple. Okay. Pretty good so far. No, don't do that. Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's pretty played out, right? Okay. Okay, we can delete these. Rather quickly, too. Alright. Okay. Can't be much longer, right? Oh, this is from Disney Treelight Valley. Yeah, gonna have to extend that one. Oh, this is from Resident Evil. Would you expect a lullaby track from Resident Evil? Oh, Ballora. I think you're the artist's favorite animatronic, actually. Yeah. She made an animated GIF of her, like years back. It also included a slight teeny jump scare. Yeah, back when she discovered how to do video distortion effects. Not gonna lie, I like her vibe too, as a fellow ballet dancer. Even if all she could do is spin. Oh, and crawl on the ceiling too, but that's not as important. That's what I heard though, she can crawl on the ceiling when she's not on her set path. Oh, now we're on your guys' suggestions now. Yeah, we've been... Here. Okay. Yeah, Yoshi! Yay! I was away from my computer because my stomach was hurting. Ooh. I heard ginger ale is pretty good for an upset stomach. Or like, actually aching. Ooh. Here. A Yoshi wish. Not yet. Mostly because these guys are already content what they have. I asked them and they're like, yeah, I'm good. I have fruits. I have the sun. I'm good. It's just like, you don't want anything more? And like, I'm good. It's just like, oh, fine. I'll leave. Okay. We gotta finish this before the 4-hour mark. Now I can... a ginger ale right now. I'll ask my mom to get some on her way to work tomorrow. Okay, I think, yeah, this is the last frame. Okay, almost there. Okay. Oops. Forgot the face. Okay, we're not gonna bother with separate frames. It's not gonna matter. Okay. A little doofy looking, but it's fine. No, not when it does that. Okay. Crisis averted. Oh, come on. That'll have to do. Save. Also, Purge all histories. I swear I can talk. Okay. Give this bitch a pink tutu. Alright. Okay, purge all. Make sure the cache, or the catch, or however you pronounce it, remains open. Okay, and, blue shoes. Sure. Okay. Ooh, okay. Disney animators, how did you manage to do this on pen and paper? Don't screw me over. Okay. Okay. I just need to breathe. Whoop. No. Don't do that. Wait. No, it's fine. I just need to breathe. That's another thing the artist tends to do when hyper-focused. She also forgets to breathe. Copy layer style and then paste. Alright. Okay, now we need a video layer. Oopadoo, new video that occurred to me, but I think this might be feasible. Ooh. Yes! We'll add it in the middle. We'll add it in the middle. Why not? Okay. Timeline. There we go. Okay, how many frames did each of these last? So... Artist says is like 3 frames per... They should last for about 3 frames. Okay. Yeah, 3 frames should just be enough time. No, come on. What's with all these gut punches? Ooh, yeah. That works good. Okay. Can we get all these? No, we can't. Where's the background? Let's see how this looks. Ooh, yeah, there we go. I already love it. But before... There we go. Okay. Let's try turning this into a GIF. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. Hey, I didn't say we were... Okay. 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 We'll just have this little guy dance for the rest. Okay, so we got our Halloween image, and we have a playlist image. Not bad. And we got a few more entries for the playlist. So I'd say we did a pretty good job here. So yeah, I think... Ooh, 4 hours, yeah. It's time to call it a night. 'Cause my eyes are getting tired as well. But yeah. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. So be sure to tune in on Thursday, where we will be tackling Blood Whistle, the stupidest story we've read. Oh, and keep in mind that post-swap will still be in effect, even during the dramatic reading. Just something to keep in mind. Actually, can we switch over to something a little more uplifting so we can end this on a positive note? Yeah, there we go. Alright, but in the meantime, you all get a good night's rest today. Or tonight. Stay hydrated and whatnot. And stay warm out there. Alright, catch you guys later.